Do you know what? There is a huge chaos in the market that Zepto has delayed its IPO. वो IPO जो जुलाई एंड वीक तक आ जाना चाहिए था haven't even released till August second week. What is the reason behind Zepto delaying its IPO? We will be getting to know in this video. Till then, you please subscribe to this channel. Let's begin with our video. Zepto की वैल्यूएशन थी $7 billion एंड इस $7 billion पे Zepto was about to release its IPO. But now the situation is like this कि Zepto की वैल्यूएशन $7 billion से घटकर $4 billion हो चुकी है, अप्रॉक्स 35% ऑफ रिडक्शन इन द वैल्यूएशन. तो जो जुलाई एंड वीक में IPO आ रहा था, अब वो कैंसल आउट होकर आफ्टर 1 और 2 क्वार्टर्स के बाद आएगा, दैट इज नेक्स्ट ईयर. सो नाउ अब हम रीज़न जानने से पहले कि व्हाट वाज द रीज़न बिहाइंड द ड्रॉप ऑफ द वैल्यूएशन, वी विल बी गेटिंग टू नो व्हाट इज द कंपनी वैल्यूएशन एंड व्हाट इट रियली मीन्स. See, a company's valuation represents a price tag of a company. So price tag is a worth, a company's value. So valuation is simply targeted like that only. It's a company's worth in a business. कितना worth है? Like a company like Zepto raises a private funding of $450 million and it has given around stake of 6.4%. Now a company's valuation will be calculated as $450 million divided by 6.4%, which will give us $7 billion. So this is how a valuation is calculated. Okay, so now we are going to begin with the introduction, that what was the story of Zepto before Zepto became this huge in the platform and now beginning to get the IPO in the market. Let's start. Zepto was beginned in the year 2020 by these two people whose name is Adit Palecha and Kevelle Vohra. Okay, so these two people are the Stanford University dropouts, and at the age of 17 years, they have decided to build Kirana Cart. So Zepto पहले किराना कार्ट के नाम से जाना जाता था, and this idea was something which triggered them during the lockdown. तो लॉकडाउन में लोगों के लिए बहुत ही मुश्किल था ग्रोसरीज लेना, सो दे लॉन्च किराना कार्ट. एंड इनका क्या काम था कि डिफरेंट किराना स्टोर्स के साथ टाई अप होते थे एंड लोगों को ग्रोसरीज प्रोवाइड करते थे विद इन द स्पैन ऑफ 45 मिनट्स. ओके, बट विद इन द पीरियड ऑफ 10 months किराना कार्ट वॉज शट डाउन. किराना कार्ट बंद हो गया एंड इसका मेन रीज़न ये था कि ये जो ग्रोसरीज थी उसमें बहुत सारे इन्वेंट्री एरर्स आ रहे थे, लॉन्ग पैकिंग टाइम्स ले रहे थे एंड पुअर कस्टमर सर्विस सेटिस्फैक्शन वाज देयर, सो ड्यू टू विच किराना कार्ट को बंद होना पड़ा. ओके, नाउ वी बिगिन विथ द रीब्रांडिंग टू Zepto एंड द डार्क स्टोर्स. So now after realizing कि what was the failure behind the Kirana cart, Adit Palecha and Kevelle Vohra started with Zepto, rebranded Kirana cart to Zepto in July 2021 with ultra fast 10-minute delivery promise. And they decided कि अब वो जो है विद इन द रेडियस ऑफ 2 to 3 किलोमीटर्स लोगों को अपना एक डार्क स्टोर खोलेंगे एंड लोगों को जो है वो ग्रोसरीज और अदर प्रोडक्ट्स प्रोवाइड करवाएंगे. एंड धीरे धीरे करते करते विद इन द स्पैन ऑफ 1 year they started growing up, and in the October 2021 they started with the series B of funding. They started collecting the investments from the investors. So they started with series B funding, and जहाँ से उनको $60 million उन्होंने रेज किए, making the company's valuation till $225 million. Okay, December 2021 आते आते they have again launched series C of the funding, जहाँ पे उन्होंने $100 million रेज किए and made the company's valuation $570 million. In the year 2022 and 2023, the main scaling and becoming the unicorn path begin from here only. So now after raising this much of valuation, Zepto ने सोचा कि वो अब मेट्रो सिटीज़ में भी जो है वो जाएंगे एंड वहाँ भी एक्सेल करेंगे. So they started expanding in Mumbai, Delhi NCR, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai एंड उन्होंने अपने डिफरेंट वर्टिकल्स भी खोले, जैसे कि जेप्टो कैफ़े लॉन्च कर दिया, ठीक है, जो कॉफ़ी एंड रेडी टू ईट डिलीवर करता था. जेप्टो ब्लूम कर दिया. And in August 2023, they again raised around $200 million. That was a Series E of funding, and they have made their company's valuation till $1.4 billion, making India's unicorn, the startup unicorn, within the span of around 2 years. That was huge. Okay, in the year 2024 and 2025, the hyper growth and the mega rounds begin from here. Okay, so now they have introduced Zepto Pass. वो एक सब्सक्रिप्शन बेस्ड मॉडल था, एंड Zepto Atom एक एनालिटिक्स एंड एड टेक टूल फॉर द ब्रांड पार्टनर्स. यहाँ से Zepto ने जून 2024 से जो है वो मैसिव कैपिटल इन्फ्यूशन स्टार्ट किया. दे हैव रेज्ड अराउंड $665 million, making company's valuation till $3.6 billion. August 2024 में $340 million रेज करे, making company's valuation till $5 billion. And from here, they thought of getting the IPO in the market. Okay. Now, in October 2025, they reached a peak valuation of $7 billion. एंड सबसे ज़्यादा जो मेन फंडिंग इन्होंने उठाई थी वो कैलपर्स एंड जनरल कैटलिक्स से उठाई थी, फ्रॉम अराउंड लाइक $450 million, विच मेड देयर कंपनीज वैल्यूएशन टिल $7 billion. ओके, एंड उनका जो हेडक्वार्टर्स है वो मुंबई से बैंगलोर शिफ्ट हो चुका था. But now, here we come to the main center point, that why institutional investors pushed back. What was the major reason for this? So, before getting to know this, let's understand again the whole overview of the IPO pushback. Okay, so core issue क्या आ रहा था ना? Core issue आ रहा था कि there was a mismanagement, there was a mismatch between private VCs expectations. VCs are the venture capitalists. Okay, उनकी expectations थी $7 billion, and there was a mismatch between the VCs and the public institutional bids. Okay, so decision क्या हुआ ना? Decision हुआ कि Zepto ने अपना IPO ही pause कर दिया, and they are now raising 1,000 crores to bridge this gap. Okay, so major reasons थे कि for the investors to push back is the widening losses versus revenue scale. Now we are going to understand that there was a huge cash burn in the company. So there was like net loss was around like 5,905 crore rupees, despite of जहाँ पे revenue double होना चाहिए था till 22,623 crores. Revenue is the sales. Okay, I have to tell you this. Revenue is the sales, how much the company has made the sales till now. Okay, and EBITDA जो होता है ना, EBITDA होता है कि earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation and amortization. So EBITDA जो होता है, it tells the operating income of the company. Okay, it's something that tells the how the company is operating, how much is the operating income, which is considered good. अगर अच्छा होता है तो it is considered good that this company is making a good amount of पैसा. Okay, before depreciation, interest or taxes comes into the picture. So EBITDA drag, highest operational cash burn per order. Per order cash burn जो है वो 79 rupees loss per order है, which is very bad. Now the second reason was a lack of diversified ecosystem. Since it operates purely in quick commerce, lacks in a high margin cash flow, cash cow like food deliveries. Okay, तो basically अब हमारे पास Blinkit है, Zomato है, Swiggy है. तो Blinkit, Swiggy का Zomato का Blinkit है and Swiggy का Swiggy Instamart है. So both of these are in the quick commerce segment. Zepto doesn't have a parent company before पेरेंट कंपनी. ओके, सो जो ब्लिंकिट का अगर लॉस होता है ना, नाउ ब्लिंकिट इज ऑपरेटिंग एट अ प्रॉफिट ऑफ 37 crores विच इज़ अ वेरी गुड थिंग. बट इससे पहले 2 साल पहले ब्लिंकिट वॉज ऑल्सो इन द लॉस, एंड उसका लॉस रिकवर करने के लिए जोमेटो वॉज ऑलरेडी देयर. ओके, and similarly it is happening with the Swiggy Instamart also. Swiggy Instamart का लॉस कैप्चर करने के लिए there is Swiggy, but Zepto का लॉस कैप्चर करने के लिए there is no parent company of Zepto. Okay, so that is why there is a lack of diversified ecosystem. Zepto is alone in the market as a quick commerce segment में. There is now the third part comes out to be market dynamics and the low modes. There is a high churn risk. There is low brand stickiness. Customers switch platforms for minor discount or the delivery times. If you will be getting discount, you will be you must be having a lot of different quick commerce segment ka apps and all. So you will be checking that on which platform you are getting a good amount of discount, right? So here is the churn risk which Zepto has faced. Initially Zepto was giving a lot of discounts to the customer. 100 rupees से above जो थी वो delivery free थी. They were the festive discounts or the coupons that the Zepto was giving. That amounted it somewhere, in order to get the customers back to the platform. They have actually suffered this loss. They have made this loss. A huge expenses was made. Okay. And the other reason comes to be escalating the competition, intense dark store expansion from Blinkit, Instamart and Flipkart Minute. So since all of these are competing with each other, they have to, in order to survive in the market, they have to open different बहुत सारे dark stores. Okay, so somewhere the churn is coming from here only. But I think that the major churn has come from the discounts and the major discounts that was given by the Zepto. Okay, structural and valuation realities. IPO upside cushion. Fund managers demanded 30 to 50% valuation discount to prevent post-listing stock crashes. Okay, they have demanded around like 30 to 50% of the discounts. Lack of VC protections were there. Now, since now everything started falling down, VC ka protection towards Zepto they are losing. So public market common stock offers no liquidation preferences, making institutional buyers far more risk averse. Now we come to this topic, that how Zepto can control this situation. Yes, Zepto can control this situation, and we are going to get to know that how they are going to control this situation. Okay, the strategic roadmap will be, they have to optimize their dark store network and unit economics. Okay, so now what they have to do, gross GMV is the gross merchandise value. Okay, so they have to shift from top gross GMV to the store level EBITDA, and CM3 is the contribution margin. Okay, so they have to pause the aggressive expansion, audit and consolidate the underperforming dark stores. They have to pause their unwanted dark store expansion, and they have to consolidate. They have to audit each and every dark stores and consolidate the underperforming dark stores and shut them off. Now, lessons for investors and entrepreneurs. What they should do. Now, for founders who are the promoters of the company, they have to understand that growth alone doesn't justify valuation. Profitability part matters. Okay, so it is like कि profit matter करता है growth के अलावा भी. If you are in the market and you want to grow, but you are making losses, there is no फायदा of this. Okay, there is no advantage of this. So growing should be somewhere like parallel to the profitability as well. The second is the private round pricing isn't guaranteed public market floor. And the third one is a delayed IPO can be a reset, not a failure. Okay, So this will provide a chance to the founders that they can fix the unit economics. Okay, they can reduce the cash burn, and they can enter the market with a stronger balance sheet. For investors, number one is the late stage private rounds can carry the FOMO pricing. Okay, so investors should protect themselves from overpricing valuation and do not take the entry at the hype of the valuation. So if the valuations are getting very higher, investors should protect themselves. Do not go for the overpriced valuation that okay, this company has gained this much valuation, so it will be a good company, this, and they might be having a FOMO effect, like fear of missing out. So instead of they should take calculated risk. Number two is question growth numbers against real financial disclosures. So now what you have to do is no blind reliance on the flashy growth claims. अगर कंपनी कर रही है claims कि oh they have done this, they have a flashy growth claims, so do not rely on them. Okay, deeply analyze the audited balance sheet, audited financial statements, because that is only going to tell you the real picture of how the company is behaving and how it will be behaving in the future. The third is diversify. Okay, so अगर कोई इन्वेस्टर कोई बहुत बड़े इन्वेस्टर का बैकअप है टू द कंपनी, डजंट मीन दैट this company is going to be like, how should I explain this, doesn't mean that the company has done doesn't have a company